What is the difference between permanent and semi-permanent makeup? There is no difference between permanent and semi-permanent makeup. Some technicians choose to call the treatment semi-permanent makeup because it fades over time. I personally choose to call it permanent makeup because I believe that 5 years is actually a very long time, and I believe in the importance of making clients understand the permanency of what they're choosing. In some clients, for example, eyeliner treatments using very dark pigments, there is no evidence that that will disappear from the skin altogether. So I believe that it's important to make somebody choose something that is timeless, that they're going to like as much in 5 years' time as they do today. Does a permanent makeup treatment hurt? Numbing agents are used throughout the permanent makeup treatment for the client's comfort. When I ask my clients to describe the level of discomfort during the treatment, being number 1 being the most comfortable, number 10 being the most painful, clients normally rate their level of discomfort at between 1 and 3. How long will my permanent makeup last? Permanent makeup lasts between 1 and 5 years. This is dependent on a number of factors. For example, sun exposure will fade your enhancement a lot more quickly than if you stay out of the sun. Swimming regularly will fade it quicker. Also, it depends on your skin type, how quickly you shed your dermal layer of your skin. Other factors as well, such as, for example, with brows, if you were to choose a darker cool pigment in the brow area, this is going to last longer than, say, for example, a honey blonde or a light beige blonde. Clients normally come back to me every 1 to 1.5 years for a colour boost treatment. And this is charged at a significantly reduced cost to the original treatment. How long will my permanent makeup treatment take? The initial consultation will take approximately 30 minutes. Your first treatment, this is going to take approximately 2.5 hours. And your retouch treatment, which is carried out 4 to 6 weeks later to finely tune your enhancement, this takes between 1 and 1.5 hours. Do I need to have a consultation before my treatment? A consultation is always carried out before commencing the treatment. This is because it's really important for me to understand the client expectations. We have a drawer, we play with shapes, we look at those shapes together and decide on the best shape for your face. We play with pigments, so we smudge colours. For example, when we're working with brows, we will smudge colours around the brow region to find out what complements your skin colour, your skin tone, your hair colour, and also your personal taste, you know, what sort of look you're actually going for. Now, a consultation can be carried out in advance of the treatment, so you can come for a consultation and then you can return for your treatment at a later date, or you can book your consultation and your treatment to follow immediately. That's also an option for people who are really certain that they want this treatment done and they want to save themselves a journey. This is also fine. For clients choosing that option though, I need to post out sensitivity patch test and medical form in the post to be carried out at home, to be done at least 3 days before their treatment. What do I need to do before my treatment? Before a permanent makeup treatment, it's always advisable to refrain from plucking your eyebrows, from eyebrow tinting, waxing, electrolysis in the brow region, for eyes, eyelash tinting for 2 weeks before your treatment. For lips, if you suffer with cold sores, you're going to need to get an antiviral, and this needs to be applied or taken for 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after your treatment. This can be gained over the counter, but always ring me, I will advise you on this. With regards to coming to your consultation or coming to your treatment, come wearing your normal makeup. This helps me to see how you wear your makeup on a day-to-day basis and gives us a really good starting point for our discussion on how to proceed with your treatment. What will I look like immediately after my treatment? Immediately after your treatment, for example, brows are going to look 30% darker than when they actually heal. This is because the concentration of the pigment in the upper dermis is very, very high. This is the part of the skin that flakes away, so when this process occurs, the brows will soften and lighten. Eyes on the day of your treatment are going to be puffy. The degree of puffiness really depends on your own body, but also how thick an eyeliner you have chosen. For example, if you choose something very discreet, the degree of puffiness is going to be very minimal. If you go for something thick or ultra thick, with Latino wings, for example, this is going to be more puffy. So the day of your treatment you will experience puffiness. The day after your treatment you will also be puffy. The day after that the puffiness will have gone down. But with eyes it's important to know that you cannot wear mascara for 3 days after your treatment, and then after that you need to use a new tube of mascara so that there is no bacteria in that tube. Lips immediately after treatment are quite swollen. They are 40 to 50% darker. The good thing about lips is that the mucosa turns over very, very quickly. So although the reaction is more extreme than the other treatments initially, lips heal themselves very, very quickly. So on the day of your treatment you're going to experience swelling, the next day also, the day after that the swelling has gone down. After 4 to 5 days really lips have really pretty much got back to normal. They just feel dry, but you have healing balm for this to keep them nice and moist. How do I look after my permanent makeup? After your permanent makeup treatment, I'm going to be giving you a leaflet which tells you step-by-step instructions on how to look after your permanent makeup. I will also issue you with a healing balm that you need to apply a minimum of 3 times daily. The main factors to consider are that you will not be able to get the enhancement wet for a week following your treatment. So for example, when you shower, you may need to apply a thick layer of Vaseline to your brows before you get in the shower and wipe that away when you get out and reapply your healing balm. For 2 weeks, you need to not expose your enhancement to direct sunlight, tanning treatments, jacuzzis, salt water, chlorinated pools. Long-term care, the main factor to consider is that you will need to use a good sunscreen on your enhancement. This is the main factor for fading your enhancement quicker. Who would permanent makeup benefit? Permanent makeup will benefit a number of different people. For example, people who lead busy lives and want to look their best at all times. People who are strapped for time, busy mums, working mums who want to just get up in the morning, apply a bit of blusher and mascara and leave the house. People with sparse or poorly misshapen brows. This could be a number of reasons. over plucking, alopecia, people who have been through chemotherapy. These people are going to benefit hugely from brow and eye enhancements. We can play with shape with brows, we can accentuate the arch, we can make them look thicker, more dense. With the eyes, by carefully placing pigment through the lash line, it gives the eye the most beautiful definition, makes eyelashes appear thicker, more dense. People with oily skin who tend to shed their makeup more quickly, they are going to benefit from permanent makeup because of course it is totally smudge free. People with misshapen lips, or if they have lost the definition to their lips, this of course is a very youthful thing. People who suffer with sensitivity and allergies to conventional makeup, particularly in the eye area, are really going to benefit from this permanent makeup. Obviously a sensitivity patch test is carried out to permanent makeup before we proceed with the treatment. People who suffer with their eyesight and find it difficult to apply makeup, for example, a lot of my clients will say they find it very difficult to apply eye makeup because they can't wear their glasses at the same time. Also, for people who struggle with hand movement, sometimes applying makeup can be impossible, sometimes it's very painful. People who exercise regularly and swim and want their makeup to stay where they intended it to be, these people also are going to hugely benefit from permanent makeup. Can permanent makeup be used to make my lips look fuller? Permanent makeup can certainly be used to create a fuller look in the lip. With careful placement of pigments, we can play with shape to create the illusion of fullness. Also, as the aging process occurs, we tend to lose the definition of our lips. People think as they get older that their lips get thinner. This isn't always necessarily the case. 9 times out of 10 we have lost our own natural pigment in the lip area, particularly around the edges. When I draw a lip shape on people's lips and I actually follow their mucosa, they can't believe how full their lips still are. So it's a case of putting this pigment back into the lips to give them that youthful definition that they've lost. Can I enhance the shape of my eyes? You can certainly enhance the shape of your eyes, again with careful placement of the pigment to create the right shape. The pigment can be used and the eyeliner can be applied to give that very attractive almond eye look. So with eyeliner you can also just have something really subtle, what I call an eyelash enhancement, where pigment is placed at the base of the lashes only. This will not look like eyeliner. This will look like beautiful, soft, natural, youthful definition in the eyes. So this is one end of the spectrum. The other end is if somebody is looking for an ultra dramatic look of an ultra thick eyeliner. This is also achievable through permanent makeup. Latino wings can be created. The important thing to bear in mind is that you must be committed to this style. This is going to last a very long time, so you must make sure that you know what you're choosing you are going to be as happy with in 5 years' time as you are today. Will my permanent makeup look natural? Permanent makeup can look very natural. It's important to communicate with your technician during your consultation that it is a natural look you're looking to achieve, and if the right techniques are used, permanent makeup can look incredibly natural. Who is permanent makeup not suitable for? Permanent makeup is unsuitable for anyone who is pregnant or breastfeeding, anyone who suffers with an immunosuppressive condition. permanent makeup is contraindicated to these conditions because of the strain that it will put on your immune system. But anybody who has an underlying health issue or is on any regular medication, it's always advisable to call your technician and talk through those conditions. It doesn't necessarily mean that you won't be able to proceed with your treatment. Your technician is the best person to advise whether it is advisable to proceed with the permanent makeup treatment.